some trivia. I think my new album is the first album of mine without a fucking djembe loop anywhere on it. Welcome. How does it feel to see the light? Okay. I'm gonna be totally real. I'm insanely tired right now. Exhausted. I'm sure I talked a bit about my issues with getting the final album master finished and the technical difficulties that got in the way of that. But those are done. And, you know, I had to go back to the drawing board with a few things and keep staying up late and then waking up way too early and then still working. And so I'm a little burnt out. Little tired. So I don't have anything to work on today. I was gonna test a mic out, but UPS just kind of skipped over delivering us and left it at a shipment center, you know? But today, I'm gonna chill out, talk about some stuff, do a talking head stream today. You know. Alright. It is Wednesday, my dudes. What is up, Catboy Bebop? A couple more minutes and then I'll get on the stream. Is this on? Is this, like, light over here? There we go. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna probably, like, cut out of this, like, early, probably around 8-ish my time, only go, like, 2 hours max, and then, go upstairs and pass the fuck out. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, what was that alert? I can't even see what that alert was. It's not visible. Where is it? Thank you so much for the donation. Wow, we're over the donation goal. Thank you so much, Bumblefox. Oh wait, I know who that is. It's been a while. Welcome back. Let me take the donation goal away. Cause we can celebrate this. You know what? No, I'll just leave it up. We're gonna celebrate this victory, okay? Let's celebrate this victory for another day. That's what this is gonna be about today, alright? Becoming one with the bed tonight. I wanted to... See, I just want to develop a healthy relationship with my bed, you know? Not get too attached, but also not be avoiding it so much, you know? I gotta start compartmentalizing that. See, it sucks. I can't really do that compartmentalizing, like, you know, no working on things when you're in bed, because it's like, it's way more comfortable and better for my back to be laying on my side and editing. And I can do that. It's way better for my back and my posture to do that than to fucking sit hunched over. And just, like, have that be the separation, you know? I grew up waking up, and if I didn't have school, the first thing I would do is pull my laptop down from the head of my bed and start using it. And I was most productive, and I was happiest with myself when that was my routine. But I need to get back. I need to get back to, you know, not burning myself out, but actually sleeping when it's time to sleep and not just, like, burning the candle on both ends, you know? It's just been difficult. I want to just have a night where I can, you know, go to bed at, like, 8:30 and then wake up at, like, 5 a.m. and then just be ahead of everything for once, you know? I'm wondering if I have the energy to do a warm-up song. That's what I'm vamping to, like, delay right now. Because if I pick one out and just go for it. Because, like, I tried Surreptitious the other day, and my voice was just not there for the high notes. So I'm wondering if I should even do it today. I could just do a short one. Let's just do a short one. How good am I at this song? God. Yeah. Welcome, Chris. I'm about to go live. Like, actually live. In a second. Don't load up this fucking oh, man. God. I've been fucked around so much. I didn't mention a crucial part of the story that I forgot to mention. I gotta bring up when I'm on camera again, is that there was an omen. There was an omen that was given to me right before all of that shit went down. Right? And, I am more, like, I don't know, I feel like I gotta show. There was a moth. There was a huge, ornate moth that... Test, 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 test. Did that just kill my audio interface for a second? Is that... Am I not allowed to talk about the omen? Can I... Is this really happening right now? This is a fucking saga, okay? This is insane. The moth. There's two things that are going on. There's the moth omen, and Jupiter is in retrograde. These two things are going to cause problems. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah. Moths are underrated. Listen. There's something to your name. I'm gonna... I'll get to showing pictures of the moth when I get started on stream. Let's dip this a little bit, just so I don't hear it. Let me get on camera, actually, for real. Let's do this. Whoa, that's way zoomed in. That's so fucking zoomed in. Hang on. Let me... What? What? Oh, and you can see the hood? How? Wait, how? Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. There we go. Alright. That's better. Here we go. Welcome to the stream. Half expecting pajamas. I wouldn't come down to the studio in pajamas. I have to, like, go outside and then come back into the building. And, like, in that short stretch, I wouldn't want to be doing that in pajama pants. Because all the pajama pants I have are, like, long. Also, my hair is wet and it's hard to take this fucking hair tie out. God damn it. Okay, we're here. We're in full swing here. I think, oh, that's a lie. My fucking, half my lights are off. What happened? Home. Here we go. There. That's better. I'm lit now. Let's get lit, okay? That's what we're doing here today. Let me turn this down. That's, yeah, that's a reasonable volume. That's better. That's better. Alright. Let's do a short song. Let's do a short warm-up song. One that I can do, like, from muscle memory, and hopefully all the notes are here in my voice. Ugh. Yeah. Those are some notes. Here's some more. They want it sweeter. They like it sweeter. They'll ground you down to your finest powdered ether. Maybe they're high on this stuff. They just wanna suffer. If they ain't trying to fight it, I won't either. They're lost. They fall in love. I think they're dead. Come bring me up. If you're there, I've seen all I need to see.
If you're there, I'm here with no reason to be. Oh God, I'd be feeding them directions, but no shot at keeping their attention. They spin their cotton out and on a sugar mill, keeping some fermenting what they couldn't kill. They built a cloud out of silicon and words, shouting loud about it, spitting on a nerd. They want it sweeter, they like it sweeter. They'll burn you down to your finest powder ether. Maybe they're high on this stuff, they just wanna suffer. If they ain't trying to fight it, I won't either. Hey, the Lord, they falling down. I think they're done. Turn around, run. Every shape of grain they made, they can classify, but they see every shade of gray as black or white. Waste time with sweet phrases, affirmations, few the same. They found a God 1,000 times and fight over its name. So let them eat so much cake till they're overloaded. Tell them their brains ain't making serotonin. They built a cloud on a tower now. They say it, save me now. These clouds ain't gonna make it. They want it sweeter, only sweeter. They're out of simple, sweet solutions they can eat up. Their acts callous enough, facts aren't valid enough. Fractured artifact of a past where they had it all. Sweeter, they like it sweeter. They'll press you down to your finest powder ether. Maybe they're high on the buzz, gets it through the fuzz. If you're looking for life, then you'll find it. Leave it. Oh, you won't believe it. Oh, trust me, you don't wanna see it. They can save it, they can make it, but the blue they gotta take it ain't the sweetest.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Enough of that. That's that song. You redeemed the hydrate me right after I started singing. This means you had to wait till the end for me to drink. My color palette appropriate green drink is gone now. I was hoping it would last through more of the stream for the aesthetic, but no, I was merely too dehydrated. Okay. That went better than I thought it would. I got a little bit more energy. That helped me spring back a little bit. Okay. How is the stream? How is everybody doing? How's everybody's week going? Mine is fucking exhausting. I will say that. I want to find the pictures of this moth that cursed me. I want to find them. And I want to send them. Here we go. This and this. Send. Waiting. Sending. Nice. So, I mentioned the other day that I did about like 3 hours of work re-recording a song for the album, only to the next day find out that the file had been overwritten by an older version of the file because of some cloud sync shit on this computer. So I turned off the cloud sync function on this computer, and we talked about, raising more funds for the, is the alerts shit not on? We talked about raising more funds for my uncursed computer fund and ended up 100%ing it. And the icing on the cake, PayPal is holding the money. So, I attribute all of this mishap to a moth that I saw when I went downstairs to listen to a friend's mix of a song. I went down to listen to a friend's mix of a song he was doing, and on my way out, I saw this outside my door. If you don't like bugs, look away. There's nothing really buggy about it. It's just sort of like a very ornate moth, and it was just chilling outside my door, just right in front of my door like that. So I open my door, and there's just this. I've never seen a moth like this. Does anybody know what kind of moth this is? So, thankfully, I did get the album done. Thankfully, nothing. I was able to recover. Well, the moth is dead. That's the thing. Like, I don't need to. Nothing needs to happen to this moth. By the time I got back upstairs, it was just gone. Like, it was there in front of my door, and then I got back up 20 minutes later, and it was gone. And all of the shit that I had re-recorded over the past 3 days was also gone. Imagine my shock. So, I'm cursed. Like, I saw this, and my very first thought was, this is an omen. And I guess at that point, I knew some kind of fucked up shit was gonna happen that was gonna set my album back a couple days. I don't know what is going on with the universe right now. That moth, I feel like there's some kind of plague happening. I gotta sit here and twist my microphone because I keep walking in circles, and then it puts knots in my microphone cable, and then I fucking trip over them. So let me just... Okay, there we go. I gotta get really cognizant of the topology of my mic cables when I walk around, because I just start wrapping them around things inadvertently. Huh! So, it's looking like the next time that I start a big project, like on Logic or on Final Cut or whatever, it's not going to be on this computer, which is great. That is optimal, an optimal situation for me. I have been having so many issues, and I cannot thank the viewers of this stream enough for helping me fund an uncursed desktop computer to replace it. God damn. I'll have that soon. I have the album split up and on Bandcamp, and I'm going to launch it tonight for patrons. It's going to go up for patrons, a download link. And then I may also put up a pre-order. We'll see. We'll see if that pre-order goes up. And it's looking like the Bandcamp release is going to be 8/28 for my new album, Let's Try This Again. Yeah. Mark your calendars. Streaming services, it's either going to be 8/28 or 9/9. I just got to see what my window is. You know. That's what I'm looking at. And expect a couple interesting videos and TikToks before then. Okay, everybody here who's heard any song on either the Septuple EP or off the new album, which do you think deserves a music video? I wanna know. Anybody who's in the chat listening, I want your opinion. I need to know this. Cause I wanna get some ideas, and then I wanna do some like polls and figure out like what do you want? Cause I've had some ideas, but I've had like a lot of like small ideas, and I don't know, you know, which trains of thought to go down. What's the question again? What song on the new album is most deserving of a music video? That's what I want to know. I haven't heard either, but I'm sure both would make. What the? Oh, what? That's so far off. You can go and like stream it on Bandcamp. The EP's up there, and like most of the songs on the new album are also up there. This is a question for people who've heard any of them. People who've sat around on any of these streams. I want to know. I want to pick everybody's brains. Cuz here's the thing. I've heard this whole album. It's like an hour long. It's like 50 minutes long. Or like 49 something minutes long. And there's so many ideas that I have, and I have the means to do some of them, but I can't do all of them before the end of August. Let's try this again would be good. Huh. Yeah, interesting. I don't really know what I would do for that one. One thing I could think of is reshoot the ties video. But like with different shots and like different messaging. I'm watching other streams a lot lately. It's not like a dig or anything. I'm just trying to be like, oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. I was thinking do that, or because like, I don't know, with here and entropy, like I just went back to places I'd shot stuff before and just got shots from different angles. Like here and now I went back to the place I shot the ties video. I'm thinking Overcast. I also think Overcast would be a good video. It's not like the most banger song on the album, but I could definitely see like a video. I want to set up my drums on the roof. That's what I want to do. I want to set up my drums on the roof. Ready would be dope. Oh, that song is not on the album. Cut and redone. That song became Culture's Dead, which I actually kind of want to do a music video to. With the Dr. Corbett outfit. I was thinking of just taking my 360 camera and like setting it somewhere in the theater and like doing like basically have like I want to get like 2 ring lights basically and like block them off from like the camera view, so there'd be like, you know, like a letterbox like 360 kind of like thing that I could pan around, right? And then just be in the Dr. Corbett outfit, like leaning into like the close lighting and just like kind of walking around it. I had that as an idea, because then I could crush all of the levels and then just make it so I'm like vanishing into the background. Spoonie Plays is rating with a party of 18. Oh my god, thank you. Greetings. Thank you. Landrin Zero, JG7NA. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for rating. It is a chill out stream after I finished my recent album. We're just talking. I'm trying to see what people would want for like music videos for my new shit. I should pull it up. Or I should, you know what? Do I have... Would it mess up my stream if I just started uploading like the new master export? Or can I just... I could probably just pull it up. I don't have to upload it on SoundCloud. I could just play it. What am I thinking? Alive with the universe. God shows you planet Earth. Oh, but God gave me Jupiter. LTTA Full Master RC1. When did I export? Okay, 814. So I'm guessing 722 probably would have been the most recent one. Oh, that's a greetings. That's a greetings
from Landrin.
Oh my god.
Was told to do this pog.
Yeah. You did it. Thank you so much for greetings. It's one of the few dono Easter eggs I got. Oh my god. I appreciate it. Every bit that you donate helps me upgrade the replacement for my cursed computer. Earlier I was talking about how I found a moth outside of my apartment, and I'm pretty sure it is an omen. Because it is just it was huge and super ornate. And after I saw it, I had that feeling, my heart sank, and I realized this is a fucking omen. That's what this is. I'm gonna pull it up again, because look at this. Look at this. This was just outside my door. It was like 2 inches long. Look at that. Look at how big that is. Look at this fucking moth. That looks like a fucking, like a hive, like, Destiny design, right? Like, that's not real. That came from some other fucking dimension to warn me of a plague that is coming, okay? It is like fucking the Book of Exodus up in here. That's what it feels like, okay? I don't have a firstborn son, but if I did, I'd be worried. There's already sickness. This has been in my apartment. Spoonie has had COVID. Looks like a friend. I've seen them before. They're kind of neat. Yeah. It does look very neat, but I'm 100% sure this moth is part of a curse. Jupiter is in retrograde right now. We're getting plagued with moths. That's what I think. At least I am. At least I am. It made me have to delay the submission for my album 3 days. Like, I mean, it didn't, but it coincidentally showed up at the same time an event happened that made me have to delay the submission of my album for 3 days. So, you know. Is the Virginia tiger moth an ominous thing? I don't know. Is that what that is? Virgin tiger moth? Maybe it's an uncursed computer curse. Listen, I'm incredibly grateful for the upcoming uncursed computer. I'm also incredibly grateful for the microphone that is showing up. Soon, I'll probably be able to test it on Friday, which is probably for the best, because I would rather be like, you know, have my full brain working when I'm getting a new piece of gear that I'm trying out and want to appreciate, you know? Wait, I want to see the waveform. That's what I want to do. Oh, but it's gonna take like a minute to import? Dumb. Moth Omen is like a Sour Patch Kid? Whoa. Like a flavor of Sour Patch Kids? I'm not sure I know where that's going. First it's sour, then it's sweet. I mean, hopefully things turn up. I feel like, you know what I think it is? I think karma always needs to balance itself out, right? Like, the week leading up to that show we had was really good for me, all right? It only stands to reason that after the show, things would be really bad for a week. Like, I've come to expect that. I tried to donate for greetings, but I think it won't let me since my card is... Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Well, we got at least one greetings donation. That's $1.17 because it's a Halo number. If you donate $117, which is a bigger Halo number, I think there's a bigger Halo Easter egg. Moths exist to restore cosmic homeostasis. Yeah, they had to knock me down a peg. I was flying too high. We got the Halo donation, yeah. Look at this. This is my album. It's very loud. Look at it. Look at how big those waves are. I love it. Anyway.
I like to dream into the day until it's dark. I like to scheme, but always leave it all in parts. I like to plan what I would do.
Whoa. Yeah.
I'd like to have some follow through. I tend to spend unending time away instead of acting on the things I say. I try to plan everything through. I see what I need to do. Composure sinking, you'll be alright. You're overthinking, right? Say to wait until I'm famous when I make it
Yeah.
like I ain't already.
Yeah. I'm just gonna play this whole thing in the background. That's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. New album drops 8/28/22. Yes. There we go. It's promo now. God, that's so loud. Look how low I have the volume. And it's still bouncing in the levels and
I just ghosted my old clique, took friends' word to turn down VO gigs, made a pact with the band, damn, that broken. Now I'm just out here again, free floating. I'm fed up with like every scene.
sorry, let me read that. I mean, moths are usually Bianco Asterico. Asterisco. I mean, moths are usually used to represent resurrection and the ability to create something beautiful from the void. Okay, I didn't know that. That makes me appreciate the last Destiny expansion a lot more. I will say that. Because, like, the whole thing is moths everywhere. Afraid of Me just automatically makes me want to play Destiny 2 because of the TikTok. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I'm still talking about Destiny 2 now. You can turn it down if it's too loud, harder to reverse. So big brain, honestly. True. Yeah, no, I got some advice from, one of my dad's, like, producer mastering friends was like, this is way too loud. Like, Spotify and everybody wants stuff to be at, like, -12's LUFS. And you're pushing, like, -6, like, -4 in some places. What's going on? And I was like, yes! That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that it's too loud. Like, it's blowing holes in your mix. Good. Some of them, there's actually places where, like, I turn something up so much higher than everything else because I want the master bus to just fucking destroy it. Like, that happens a couple times on the album. It's stylistic. People are used to, like, I don't know. There's a tone that comes to things if you're listening to shit through, like a shitty FM radio station, like, connection, driving to a beach that's, like, just outside of, like, the realm of, like, civilization and cell towers and shit. And you just get this super compressed, like, shit slamming the fucking, like, speakers. And, like, I don't know. I like a little bit of that. I like a tiny bit of that aesthetic in the final mixes. Like... And, like, if you go back and listen to, like, pop rock and, like, pop punk stuff from like, the early 2000s, the drums are so quiet. like the 90s and early 2000s, like the drums aren't always super loud. The drums could be louder than they are. And so, you know, I'm just trying to use my own observations of like how I like to hear things now and go back and mix like older styles of music that have, you know, to have that more aesthetic. I'm crushing them a little bit because I like them crushed.
Saying they're useless, making excuses. Guess it was easier for me to grow up.
Biggest brain reference on the album, song 3. There's a lot of weird stuff with like keywords and lyrics and stuff in this album that kind of like weave back and forth between songs. Something that I did more deliberately is like the lyrics toward the end of a song will usually be relevant to the song coming up, or like an element that comes in will be something relevant to a song coming up. Like the song, the line right before this, the last line of the last verse in Afraid of Me is, I'm hardly trying and I'm making this work. And then the next song is Hardly Trying.
Don't know what I'm denying.
You know what I want to do at some point? I could do it this stream. I could be adventurous this stream. I kind of want to sit in like my VIP lounge and just let people come in and talk. I've thought about doing that. I've thought about doing it. I feel like it would be a fun thing to do more often just because, you know, sometimes I end up doing nothing because things just fuck with me. But I've never wanted to just do it and like have that experiment because I've never been ready for the ramifications if it goes wrong. So I'm gonna be real. Take a big risk when you have random people coming on your fucking stream.
So tell me what you said.
I gave Kate a writing credit for this.
I've been getting
Oh, it's not there yet.
I've been getting misinformation. Never should.
I got a tube mic that's coming tomorrow. And it looks like a tube. It's the Neumann U47. I've talked about it a lot. It's not an actual Neumann U47. It's a recreation of a Neumann U47. It's a Warm Audio WA47. So, I'm gonna have a vintage like 50s tube mic. And I want to experiment with it. I feel like more so than other albums that I've done, this is like Drums, the album. Like, I listened back to the drum parts in this and I was just like, they're so much more interesting than any of the shit I've put out before. I'm glad. I think this would be a good music video too. Let's return to the music video question. If you hear at any point, you hear like a music video idea in one of these tracks in the background, say something. I wanna collect these ideas right now.
What you said again, because I know I'll never get. No, I don't think I'll ever get you through my head.
This mic sounds so airy. That's kind of absurd. I don't know what's doing that.
No, I can't see you once.
That's one of my favorite transitions on it. Not my favorite, but one of them.
Have you without making you
Just the end of this guitar part here. Like it just fades out, and then you hear Cade slide up the neck.
No, I can't see
And then the
you
next
once and
guitar
then just
part starts in the next song.
Can't have you without making
This is also one that I have a music video idea for.
my addictive personality.
The gimmick is very obvious. It would be like an AA circle.
Got me reaching for another. Make me feel like waking up late in early summer. But when it's winter and I'm freezing, I'm not feeling anything. And seasons start speeding and never leave so I can think. No, I can't see you once and then just leave. Can't have you without making you a routine. My addictive personality. Can't get enough of you with me.
Like, welcome, Ice Shiragaki. Talking about music videos. Yeah, could use the three. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is I set up a bunch of folding chairs around the 360 camera in like the lobby, or even just like the studio space here, or clear out the front room of the storefront here and just do it there, and just kind of have the guitar rotating around and like have me in different outfits, like, you know, pulling out like folded up pieces of notebook paper and like, you know, reading off like I have a statement. And then just like panning back around and there's like, you know, me and Shades playing fucking guitar. Just whole like cognitive dissonance. And then cut between like for this part, like someone who's like home alone and they're like talking to like what their vice is that's like off screen, like
really need you. I'm glad I got to meet you, but why did I believe you?
and then the fucking camera turns around and it's a guitar.
Bad habits falling into bad routines.
And then like it goes back to the group shot and the fucking the people who are jamming during the AA session get like kicked out.
I'm lost in ways I still don't believe. Withdrawal hits even if I know I don't need to. My addictive personality makes you all I wanna say.
Yeah, no, that would be fun. I think that would be the easiest one to do too. Because if I just like choreograph it enough, I wouldn't have to edit that much.
Everything is always fading down, wasting away.
This one actually, I don't know what I would do for a music video for this one. I could see doing like talent shots on the roof and stuff, but I don't know like the theme, you know?
Oxymoron is an honest actor. Let him go on, tell me what they're after. You'll see more than what it was you asked for. Nothing you can change, nothing to say that'll factor in. Are you dreaming when you shouldn't be? Are you feeling all you couldn't see? Are you in it, even if leaving it?
What the fuck are the words there?
And are you sure that the future's overcast? 'Cause it ain't storming yet. When the thunder cracks, the wind says take the calm you can. I can't let it rest when I feel all of this at stake. The 11th hour's followed by another day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my angle would be for this one.
Left and given giving nothing, taking nothing, hiding away.
I could see, like, you know, doing a whatever it is, doing like a washed out, like greenish blue color filter over everything. But like other than that, I don't fucking know. Just be playing on the roof, have close-up shots like blowing in the breeze and shit. I don't know. It's an idea. Most of these wouldn't be for full music videos. Most of these would be for like short TikToks. Twisting my mic again.
And are you sure that the future's overcast? 'Cause it ain't storming yet. When the thunder cracks, the wind says take the calm you get. I can't let it rest when I feel all of this at stake. Getting the 11th hours followed by another day.
Okay, this next one, I could definitely do some shit in the Dr. Corvette outfit for. This is just a fucking buzzified song, honestly. Do a music video in rain? I would fuck up all of my gear. Petrichor we gotta do in the rain when we get that one done. That's like our master of puppets.
Culture's dead. Fuck it up like the cultist heads. What the fuck is left to get? Treat us like machines, no wonder we sound like them. This confusing voice of earth with unamusing choice of words. You utilize the underserved, take sacred space and make perverse. Got a problem. I'm a symptom, I'm the monster, I'm the whistling suburbanite product of the system, mixing old melancholy with new herd.
This is just like a late buzzified song. This one and Afraid of Me kind of both are Case Jackal songs more than they're High Case songs, but fuck it, they're on it. They're on this album.
Make results, a cult classic with the classic case of a cult. Seeding souls, weeping rose, spin the globe round. Fetch what it was told now, bring it in bulk.
Cult classic with the classic case of a cult is like a line that had been sitting around in my fucking notes since 2017.
Rearranged to the new frame we see fade.
This song has two endings. Here's my fucking fake out ending. Yeah. I could totally see doing some kind of video for this one. Just like into the dark with the fucking Plague Doctor outfit. Have a bunch of props and shit. That could be fun. Yeah, the Beatles AI song. Yeah, this one and Overcast were both Beatles AI songs. Or were both derived from Beatles AI samples. I added this outro on the album. Let me play it again. Maybe I have the Plague Doctor bottomlet instead of toplet. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of getting a ring light and then, like on the 360 like stand, like putting a ring light like under it and then blocking it from like the bottom of the camera, so it would just like light from under, but not have like the glow under at the bottom. Lighting in 360 is fucking difficult. I re-recorded the song 4 times. No, re-recorded 3 times. I recorded it 4 times.
No, but another something won't let me go. Oh,
If anything, I could do like you know, just a fucking really slow orbiting me with a spotlight on me in the lobby of the theater with a, like, you know, with a grand piano. I could do that. That'd be easy. I mean, getting the grand piano in the lobby would be hard, but the shoot would be easy.
darker dreaming that you shouldn't have. 9 times more than you should have had. Won't let go, finding echoes from below the death throes. I know, but another something won't let me go. Oh, another something I hardly know. Oh, oh, are you listening to the silence in hiding alone? Maybe love is something I'll never know. Oh, but another something won't let me go. Oh, oh, it's difficult feeling love. Oh, it's different when you're stuck under something.
The upside to singing that song fucking 4 times in a row and having to like hit all those notes is now I can hit those notes when my voice is like tired, and I can hit them quietly because it's just like muscle memory. It's always great when I go for a note when I'm out of breath and still hit it. That's how I know I've gotten better.
Another something I hardly know. Oh, oh.
I overshot that one.
Are you listening to the silence in hiding alone? Oh, oh.
Let's skip this one. Okay. The transition here into the second half of the album. I love that. The chord that fades in is the same one that fades out on the piano from the song before.
Wasting idle thoughts.
This is one of the song projects that I like lost to. So this intro is like, there's a couple extra like click sounds of me like hitting the mouse and keyboard and stuff, but I just left them in. Because I feel like the intermission songs, like the point of it is like talking about recording, so.
Time I likely might have lost track through the night. So why should I have to try so hard to fly inside of any light from stars? I know that spite might rise high enough for some, but I want it to feel right.
Another good transition.
I say you
don't know.
I guess I don't know me either.
Okay,
If God's got something to show me,
I need like some angles, a better angle for a music video for this. If I were to do clips for it.
I keep putting words in my mouth. Never mind. I just want to talk.
Again, this is like Drums, the album. Drums are doing so much work.
Believe me, I get story arcs, starts, middles, and ends. The best of it always start to get to my head. No, I don't know why it's been. So let's try this again.
Edited the song where it says, I guess I don't know my other shit. Yeah.
Unsaid, but I get it. No point in dwelling in how it's been. So let's try this again. Let's try this again. I guess I could have tried harder. I could have gone farther.
I'm starting to think, like, where would be a good place to shoot this?
My walk, reminding me of everything I'm not. I know.
This feels more roofish.
Did I lose it too?
This feels like a song to shoot on the roof at like sunset or sunrise, where like overcast would be like when it's overcast.
Go mad, believe me, I get story arcs, starts, middles, and ends. The best allegories start to get to my head. No, I don't know why it's bad. So let's try this again. Unsung songs and words unsaid, but I get it. No point in dwelling in how it's been. So let's try this again. Let me try this again. Do I enjoy this? Another voice in the white noise, static waterfall. Lonely hellos and goodbyes might say it all. Only 12 notes and I feel like I played them all. To the universe, from earth to God, to me and back. We quit talking, whatever happened to that?
I guess the only thing I could think to do for this song would be like mime it to the 360 shit and do another video like that, like around the table. And have all of my equipment like fall apart as I'm doing it. Like have that be the gimmick. Like everything's just like going wrong the whole time. Have the space bar click at the end there. I don't know if I want to do that gag twice, but oh well. This one I have no idea for a music video or any clips or anything. I would not prioritize this one. I just don't like this song.
Fake lights and asterisms, fake time in holy rhythms, makes rhymes, oh have you read? It's all a simulation. Fake birds and the bugs they're eating. Fake people down the street, haven't you noticed those coded machinations? Why do we get caught in the minutia? It's never enough to move us. No, it's nothing real. Does it have to be?
Yeah, if you want to hear it, listen to the album. There's nothing I can think about doing with that one. Ah. Oh God. I could do a lyric video for this one that would be basically the same as Entropy.
Do you know ecstasy? Are you feeling it?
Welcome, Rogue of Light.
From your solar plexus.
We're discussing what possible music videos or TikTok clips I could get for some of these songs on the new album.
Vexes feel perplexed, unrested. Let us go. Let us go.
This song is good, but I don't know what to like do video-wise.
The world is sad, stuck in unluckiness. Let's see how fucked things get, how fucked it gets. An unforeseen upset, but
This feels very Dr. Corbett. It was put out the same month as the Sweeter video.
what it meant, what it meant. Do you know who hexed us? Are you feeling it affect us? From your solar plexus to your neck up, it'll wreck us. These stress complexes, rolling vexes, feel perplexed, unrested. Let us go. Let us go.
I could see doing like vocals up against a session mic with like a light behind me, so I'm like a silhouette, right? I could see doing that. I'm feeling smoke, got and streams. Oh, smoke fought. Yeah. Yeah, just sit in a room that's like lit really weird with a lot of like fog and get like one shot where like, you know, there's a light, you know, like this where it's like highlighting half of me, and then get another shot where it's like, you know, behind me and I'm like a silhouette, and then just do lyrics over it. That would actually be good.
It'll wreck us. These stress complexes, rolling vexes, feel perplexed, unrested. Let us go. Let us go.
I want to eventually replace this thing with like a row of just bright LED key lights, because it's so hot. It's unnecessary. It's probably sucking the most power of anything in my stream. Also, I want to back up just so I can hear that transition again. Hang on. This is my favorite transition on the album because it's the double song. The guitar chords are the same and the bass line is the same. It just speeds up. Okay, definitely have a music video idea for this one. Get shots of Red and I doing the drums and bass in the basement of the stage, which is where I shot the I think the like choreography shots for Entropy.
My altar, unwell with line covers, come hell or high water. I'm fine, you falter.
And I would want to get like a wide shot of like Red playing acoustic guitar on the balcony, and then me on the stage playing the electric guitar part. And then just dual shots back and forth of us like doing the lyrics. Or we could be doing it on the roof. We could be doing the guitar and like we could be doing our guitar parts on the roof and just like shouting at each other across the roof. Slow-mo smoky room with one light off to the side, and then the transition just has a bunch of lights come up. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I would definitely shoot it in like double speed so I could slow it down. Vexes seems like the kind of, or not double speed, but faster so I could slow it down. Bridges I would shoot slower so we could speed it up.
You're burning bridges over rivers, nothing running under, turning into fissures.
Thank you for the cheering. I appreciate it. Rogue of Light. Oh my god, it's so many pyramids.
Go down with you.
Oh, you haven't heard the new bass solo. Yeah. I just think it would be really cool if we do another thing where like we wear different outfits and look different enough, and like the bass and drum takes and like the guitar takes, so like people think we're different people. Like I'll do the drums like fucking hair over my face like Dave Grohl. Speaking of Dave Grohl, this next song is literally just like a Nirvana ripoff. I don't have any video ideas for this one. I was almost gonna cut it from the album, but I needed it as like a transition song. Yeah, if you want to hear it, hear the album. This is a whole different song. Wait, where does that song stop? Okay, there it stops.
What fell apart this time and where?
Play hide and seek with the camera.
How bad
God,
do you feel about
that would be stupid. It would be Mimi. It's possible. I'll entertain that idea. Never cared. Doesn't that make you feel bad? Just do every Nirvana music video. Oh God, like a fucking Weird Al like parody, like just shot for shot one of their videos. Redo heart-shaped box. If you're gonna rip anyone off, Nirvana isn't a bad choice. It was... Listen. Okay. I just gotten a Telecaster, right? And a bunch of like old vintage like gear, and had set something up to record, you know, as if it was like a lo-fi like SSL board, right? So like my test for like what could I do with this setup that I could like arrange well, and the first thing that came up was like grunge. Just real heavy grunge. This one though, I don't know where this song came from. I just kind of did it in the last minute. But it's also a hook I had sitting around forever, so. Do I wait until it's over? Give myself another reason to keep up. Wide awake, I'm getting older. The sunlight never feels like it's enough. Feels like it's enough. This isn't over. Give yourself another reason to keep up. Wide awake, needing more. It's never enough. Keeping up. We're never running out of sun. They're all dreaming about something else. That's a motif. It comes back. Forgetting one thing, it's ours here now. Tell me I can't know what I want, and I know that I might not. But if I've kept up with the plot, it's not this. It's not this. I also like this transition. And then it repeats the line. I don't know what I want, Boom.
There was a place where your name rang a bell. Now I see your face.
That's how you know it's an album.
I didn't catch it when you said it. Was it too loud or did I forget it? Moving on without a mention. To who's trying to make
There's a theme of this thing where the end of songs keep like tee up the next song. Like everything that ends like
me that you meant it.
sort of like harkens to the next thing that starts. It's just part of the thematic elements of this whole, you know, subject matter and whatnot. I'll be right back.
Up and down right now. Fumbled a couple times until I got it. Oh, we ever found ourselves a better problems. I had something to say to you, but I forgot it. All that we wanted, did we really want it? Want it? I had something to say to you, but I forgot it. Got it, got it, got it. I don't know what I want, but it's nothing. Leaving it behind and never speaking, never try to be the right side. Keep it in your right mind, sleeping on the types who like to do nothing but find a fight with you. Leaving it behind for you. Oh, look what you've done. Made me wanna run around, up and down. How about you now? I don't know what I've done. I guess I have to run around, up and down right now. Fumbled a couple times until I got it. Oh, we ever found ourselves a better problems. I had something to say to you, but I forgot it. All that we wanted, did we really want it? Want it? I had something to say to you, but I forgot it. Got it, got it, got it. I don't know what I want, but it's nothing.
I'm back.
I'm used to leaving.
Yeah, I don't know if this one's video contentable either.
I'm used to drowning.
This is just the customary acoustic outro song. The difference is that on this album I telegraph it twice. I telegraph it twice before it, you know, before it actually happens.
Someone I knew. I'm used to silence, rooms I hide in till I'm fine to see. I'm used to conversations, leaving room to breathe. I like to think like I was through.
But I don't know what I'm thinking for not this.
I had to get
Not this feels like another song I could just do like talent shots of me just like doing the parts and just stitch them together and that would be good enough.
I
That's like that song just kind of goes. I don't know if there's like a theme behind that I need to like lean into. It just sort of sounds like a punk rock jam. It has a very you know, I could just do like fucking Andrew WK Party Hard where it's just like different shots of, I guess, you know, not me like stacked on myself with the stage, but like, you know, different talent shots and shit.
I used to plan for new days brighter and more open.
Let's see if I can do this, if I can show off
All the paths we had to go.
my favorite feature of this album.
I used to see
The last like 2 or 3 seconds of the album are a bonus track called One More, which is like right after. It's just the ending of the recording.
I had to trust whatever made sense at the time.
Okay, let's skip to the end of this. I just want to show if I do like this. So this. That was okay. Let's try this again though. It loops back to the beginning. It's a seamless loop. back to the beginning of the album.
I like to scheme, but always leave it all in parts. I like to plan what I would do. I'd like to have some follow through.
So you could literally just have this looping forever if you so chose. And all of the songs just flow into each other like that. So, I'm very proud of the transitions on this album. I'm very proud of the drums and bass on this album. I think every like kind of singing that I do the best of it on this album. Maybe with the exception of Crow's Eyed. But I got real good takes of the soft kind of singing, real good takes of the growly, like loud shit. The next thing I do, I gotta be screaming less though, because there were times when since March, there have been times where I was actually worried about like keeping my voice because of how screamy I was getting for the recordings of some shit. To listen to this on a repeat on the 16-hour road trip, oh my god. That's such a long trip. Don't drive that distance. That's crazy. All right, so we've gotten through. I just gave you a whole preview of the album. I was talking over the whole thing, but you know. So that's where that's at. August 28th, it'll go up on Bandcamp. 16 hours isn't that bad. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. I think, I don't know, for me, like, any road trip that is longer than, like, where, I don't know, any road trip where you have to dedicate an entire day or more to just traveling, like a waking day of your time to just being on the road, it feels unnecessary. Like, I've done like 30-hour trips before, but it's not fun. Unless, I guess, like, you know, you would have to situationally have like company that isn't like obnoxious, like people that you like being around, you know? Over that whole time, you know? It's different when you're driving, though. Yeah. It's fun when you have friends and family. Yeah, it can be. But yeah. I'm wavering on if I should do this tonight or tomorrow night when I have the new microphone, because like I feel like having a new microphone is a better excuse to do this. But I kind of want to pop into VIP chat and just see what happens. Maybe not tonight. There's only a half an hour left, and I wouldn't want to get carried away because I do want to get to sleep early. Would stop along the way to touch some grass. It'd just feel like work to me. Oh my god. Yeah, I got a friend who's doing it like a cross-country drive right now, and we've been like talking in voice messages just because of you know, to keep them from going insane. Some of the best hole-in-the-wall restaurants I've ever found. Those are always hit and miss. Stuff where you pull off a highway to go eat somewhere, that's like, you could have the best meal of your life, and you will like, you can have like the best meal of your life, and then you will like never be able to like find any sign of that place on the internet like ever again. Or you end up at like fucking like Taco John's or some place like that, and it's the only thing for the next like 10, 20 miles. The Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. Yes. Said friend drove past the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. There was a lengthy conversation involving the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid because they had previously been unaware of its existence until passing it and sending me a voice memo that was like, I just passed this enormous pyramid with a huge fucking neon sign on it that said Bass Pro Shop. And I had a really good barbecue in Georgia. I'll never find it again. Oh my god. Yeah. Liminal barbecue joints. Places that exist just off the beaten path that people pass through and then get back onto the main plane of reality. But yeah, Bass Pro Shops. I had forgotten that the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid in Memphis is the biggest pyramid on the planet. Like, bigger than the Luxor Hotel in Vegas, bigger than the pyramids of Giza. Like it's actually the biggest pyramid on the planet. They didn't know about the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. Yeah, they fucking drove past it. And had to be, and like, we were talking about it, and they were eventually like, oh my god, on my drive back, I gotta stop there. I gotta actually experience the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. Went to this little seaside restaurant in Savannah. Had St. Louis style barbecue. That sounds good as hell. Barbecue, local barbecue places, always fire. Never disappointed by a local, like, mom and pop barbecue place. It's hard for people to fuck that up. Want to go back to Savannah? It's so haunted. Oh my god. Once found a Bigfoot-themed restaurant on the side of the road on the way to the coast in Oregon. They had really good steaks. Were they Bigfoot steaks? Were they killing Bigfoots for meat out there? The Walking Ghost Tour. Whoa. The Ghost Tour. That seems like such a weird thing to, like, go to a tourist attraction just because you've heard there's ghosts. Because it's like... What... Like, what if you get cursed for the rest of your life? What if you see something that you can't unsee and it irreparably alters your perception of reality? Seeing a ghost isn't like... Like, seeing a ghost isn't just like, oh, there's this spooky white apparition that phased through a wall. No. Seeing a ghost is an experience. Seeing a ghost is an experience that lodges itself in your brain. That you will, like... That is, like, going to be an eternal question for the rest of your life. It is something that you definitely saw or felt or experienced that you have absolutely no fucking idea how to explain what triggered the sight, the feeling, or the sensation, or the experience. That's what ghost sightings are. Ghost sightings will lessen your faith in the world around you. They will make you distrust things. You do not want to go somewhere to see a ghost. The thing I really like about ghost tours is all the history you learn in an actually interesting way. Yeah. That is true. They can tell you... I guess that is one way that people like to... I guess that's the reason they do it, is just so they can find a reason to trick people into doing a history tour, you know? That's what we gotta do. We gotta set up a ghost tour here. And then just talk about the different people that have been involved and died and like their histories and shit. And we can say like there's one ghost. It could be like a fucking Clue thing where we talk about like different people that the ghost could be, you know? That would be fucked up. That would be so fucked up. But it could probably make money. The ghost hates the song from the beginning of the Muppets movie. If you want shit to go wrong real quick, that's how you do it. What? I could explain the story, but it would be upsetting. I don't know if it's, you know, good content. That'd be one that could be adjusted to the family friendly or more mature. Every building I've cleaned has been haunted. Whoa. Whoa. Every building? I feel like the thing about buildings is a lot of them just make sounds and shift a lot. And we don't expect it because we think buildings are solid. But alas, every building has a tiny bit of give. It is good content. Nah. Only ghosts we have are cats. Oh my god. Just stomp it down. I'm stomping till there's 250,000 and 3 accounts. I gotta think about some other stuff to do to promo this album. I have 3 like YouTube videos ideas that I want to do. Not like music videos, but like, you know, stuff about recording. And I literally have the making of all of the songs. So, you know, I can use some of that for music video footage. I can also, you know, use some of that for like making of footage and shit. But yeah. I don't know. I gotta start thinking of more hot takes to throw up on TikTok. That's what I need. Right? Or I do more fake ghost videos in the theater. I should start clipping the... You know, I could just start clipping shit from Buzzified and putting it on TikTok. Like, more of the bits. Because I never got time to do that in the first place. Just rerun Buzzified. But... I don't know. I need some absurd... What's some absurd clickbait? Give me some outrageous ideas. What are some things that are catching on? Should I start an MLM scheme? There seems to be a lot of people making the rounds doing that. That seems to be fucking working out well. Real ghost caught on camera. Yeah, 100%. I could do that. Still a lot of footage that we got and never used. That is true. There's like 2 sketches that I never finished. I do want to finish the Buzzified stuff eventually. Like the Buzzified videos. I want to do a full cut video. That's what I'm doing immediately after the album and after like the promo. I'm gonna be doing like full, like gapless album uploads of the first 3 High Case albums, and then Let's Try This Again, and then Jacqueline-Eyed, Crows-Eyed, and Buzzified. And the Buzzified one, I would want to do like a just the music one, and then I would also want to do like a with all of the stuff together, like a full like hour-long cut of like the whole like independent film, you know? Because there's a lot of scenes that were meant to go between the things that were posted. I just didn't have the fucking time to do them. But yeah.
My needs, I can feed. I can be one with whatever till it's at my feet.
What can I do that's wacky? Get myself a bunch of publicity. What can I say that would, like, fucking cause a schism in society that would make me the main character of not Twitter, but, like, everywhere? How do I do that? How do I promo my shit? That's the question. That's the real question. That's the challenge here, okay?
Blood's fucked up.
Should I just do more parodies of, like, songs everybody knows? Like the Sue Me Paul one? Should I just do that? You could pretend you've broken into the theater and are living there as a YouTube challenge. Oh, fuck. Fuck. That's good. That's really good. Like, find out what tag cloud that, like, Shia uses, or Shia, or whatever the fuck, and then, like, spam his fucking tag cloud, and then just start uploading videos like, oh, fuck, here's one. Here's an idea. Weird, like, trippy music with, a weird trippy, like, an instrumental of Vexes or some shit, right? An instrumental of Vexes, or, like, one of the other, like, more trippier songs that I have, with just like grainy filter footage of me just like walking through the theater from like a door in the back alley, just to feel like a really surreal like backroom sort of experience. That could be fun. Become a famous Minecraft YouTuber. Sky Shinigami Alchemist suggests become a famous Minecraft YouTuber. Would it be that easy? Could I just start playing Minecraft and watch my view count go up to 200? Would that happen? I can dress as the creature you run into in the theater backrooms. There's no creatures in the fucking backrooms. There are no creatures in the backrooms. There's nothing in the backrooms. This is a religious value to me. People are separated by the like true Catholic, Orthodox, empty backrooms, or the fucking Protestant, wickified, SCP ass backrooms. And I do not tolerate a backroom with creatures. Okay? The backrooms are not meant to have creatures. If you put creatures in the backrooms, you're just bringing it closer to FNAF. Yeah, see? You already know. The sanctity of the backrooms is that the horror is being isolated and lost. Minecraft is oversaturated as is. Yeah, I would imagine. Creatures are located in the front rooms. Said it because I knew you'd go on this rant. Oh my god. There are no fucking creatures in the back rooms. This is truth. If you think there's creatures in the back rooms, you're fucking deluding yourself, okay? You're going down a false road. You're expecting too many things from the world, okay? You just have to take it as it is sometimes. Not everything is easy to understand. You may love your fucking white, featureless walls that you grew up in with your fucking rectangular, screens that are the only source of your entertainment, you might be fine in complete isolation, left in a zillion fucking miles long of empty rooms, because that may be what the fucking McMansion that you grew up in was like, and you may be comfortable with that. But to me, that thought is fucking horrifying. Hydrate me. Probably a good idea. Isolated and lost in an area with irritating lights, damp carpet, ugly water, ugly wallpaper, and a maze you couldn't navigate with a map. Yeah. The scariest thing is rabid raccoons? No. You can just kick one of those motherfuckers. If you have, like, pants on, if your legs aren't exposed, you can just kick one. Scariest thing in the theater is the bats. Oh, yeah, the bats. Falling rocks is the scariest thing in the theater to me. When tiny little, like, pebbles or something drop from the ceiling, that freaks the fuck out of me. It's never anything big. It's never like a huge chunk of something comes down. It's always just these tiny pebbles just get knocked off of the beams or something. They got those little hands to grab your pant legs. Yeah, they'll grab them. You have 2 feet, though. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta take the lift and clear out, like, everything that's up on, like, the rafters. Just so nothing falls ever again. That's what I'm thinking. What else? What else could I do? What controversial shit could I go and do? I want to know. What's gonna get me the hits? I definitely think I'm gonna do a liminal space video for the theater. I definitely think that's a thing I could do. I could do a couple of those. I gotta do one of those videos. Oh god, I should do like a story time video. I should do like a story time video where I just have some, like, you know, like time lapse of work going on in the theater or something in the background, so that people ask. That's another idea. That would be good. Yeah. Yeah, there's those TikToks where it'll just be like somebody making food. It'll just be like a recipe video. And someone will just be like telling a story about like a time they got into a fight outside of a club or something. And it's just like, story time. So, let me tell you about this time this bouncer was a dick to me. And it's just like somebody like making cookies in the background. I see that shit so much. Tell creepypasta over liminal pictures of the theater. That could be interesting, but it's not cognitively dissonant enough. Listen. I gotta get that shock value, okay? I can't just be doing the algorithm, right? I gotta have something interesting. I gotta do something. Read random specific Wikipedia articles over pictures of the theater. That could be interesting. I don't know. I gotta just say some more dumb shit. It's so easy to say dumb shit on TikTok and blow up. Like, I just gotta, like, oh man. I saw a TikTok the other day where someone was saying that white people can't be non-binary. Which, like, I was about to say that. Tell a story, it unravels, slowly becomes more and more like something is off. Just super slow-mo footage of walking through the theater in the background as you talk to people. So, as you talk, so people stay engaged for the payoff of seeing where you're going. True. That's interesting. That's a way to play the format. I'm not really sure where the idea that, like, white Western colonialist imperialists invented the gender binary. I'm pretty sure that, like, the majority of traditional, like, cultures all over the planet have some recognition of the concepts of male and female, even if they do recognize, like, additional gender identities. I'm pretty sure they still have, like a binary view of it. Like, there's poles. Like, a lot of the American indigenous terms for various kinds of queer people are just mostly slurs in their own languages. So, like, I'm not exactly sure. And, like, there are, like, a few countries that where their legal systems will, like, recognize people of other gender identities because it's a thing in their culture. But that's actually, like, rare. Like, that's like like, you see articles and specific examples brought up because there's only, like, a couple places where that's the norm. And I think it's sort of, I don't know, it's a little bit intellectually lazy because kind of like how people think, like, in the absence of any government, everyone's just going to end up being a communist. Like, no, you have to build that system. Right? And, like, and it's the same thing where, like, I feel like it's kind of irresponsible to assume that, like, if we just, like, that the default paradigm is more acceptance for queer people when that has, like, barely ever been the case throughout history. After that person made that white people can't be non-binary TikTok, they, like, backpedaled and said, it's just hyperbole. I mean, that's fair. Because the goal is to get clout on TikTok, not to make a point. That's the reality we live in. I open a TikTok with nobody knows anything about copyright. I also open a thing with, like, I can't get DMCA'd. Like, I'll open a TikTok with everyone's wrong about politics. I'll open a TikTok with everyone's wrong about gender. And, like, I don't mean that. But it gets me the comments. So, like, you know what? I get it. But at a certain point, doing shit just for the content and putting ideas out there just for the content, like, you have to listen to what the fuck you're saying sometimes. like, ideas are, like, words are fun to say. That's the whole reason that, like, religion exists. But, like, it has to fucking mean something, and you have to, like, mean what it means, right? Or else you're not actually communicating anything. Maybe they were just saying it for the clout, but holy shit. There were people in the comments that are like, yeah, I agree. Listen, white people aren't real. They can't hurt you. What? Listen. Listen. What? How do I say this? Or white people in the comments saying, oh, I understand, I shouldn't be non-binary anymore. These people on the internet, on TikTok, don't have any, like, they're not guided by themselves. They're guided by their feed. Their sense of identity is entirely dependent on their, like, approval of others in their social space, which I think is a fucking problem. I mean, that's obviously going to be a thing anywhere. Like, obviously, anyone's identity and anyone's, like, form of expression is, like, influenced by your surroundings and is always in a societal context, but, like, the fact that someone could come to the conclusion that, like, oh, I'm non-binary, and then see one TikTok being like, you can't be non-binary, and then think, oh, well, I guess I can't be non-binary. Oh, shucks. That's like, okay, how did you get to that conclusion? Like, how did you get to that conclusion if you're so easily swayed away from it by, like, somebody else's views that are, like, irrelevant to gender? Like, okay. Here's the part that I don't get, okay? Here's the part about that fucks with me, and I gotta turn this track down because it's too loud. It's too loud, okay? You gotta listen to me. It is 8 p.m., so I'm not gonna be here long. Fucking adults on the internet asking strangers permission to live the lives or do any arbitrary action. Yeah, it sucks. Like, you said this band is problematic. Am I still allowed to wear their merch? This is the fucking... Oh, God, I've talked about this problem a lot, but everybody is afraid of doing the wrong thing to, like, this self-hypercritical point of, like... Everyone... I don't know. I guess we are sort of re-entering this form of Puritanism where, like, you need to have all of the right interests. You need to have all of the correct, like, stances on things. I will see people who will post, I don't want to see blank. Can somebody tell me why it's bad? Which is, to me, that thought process, if you hear anybody talking about stuff, and your first thing is, I don't want to go look up this thing, can you tell me why I shouldn't like it? I think you're a fucking child. You have a very cowardly view of reality, and you don't want to engage with anything. You're so intellectually lazy to engage with anything, but you still want the social credit of being in the know. And I see this a lot of time. I will see people who will be like, it doesn't mean anything if you read about a subject more. That doesn't mean you have a better understanding of anything. I shouldn't have to read something for you to take me seriously about my opinion on the thing that I'm criticizing. And it's like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, to be honest, that is a fucking idiotic thing to say. That's just fucking stupid. That is the kind of thing that I was used to, like, dipshit conservatives saying, like, 10 years ago. And I'm seeing people who, like, are apparently progressive, who are, like, in the right on a lot of things, so they think, and they will actually tell me, like, I don't need to know about this thing. I don't need to look into this thing to know it's bad. And it's like, that is the epitome of, like, that's how you fucking, like, crumble. That's how you fucking, like, lose your goddamn mind and become a cultist. Okay? I was gone for a bit. What happened? I'm talking about how people form opinions these days. I had a friend where I could not bring up anything I liked because there would be, like, a list of things that was problematic. And the thing about people saying, like, media is problematic is, like, if it has depictions of somebody doing something bad, people will file it away as problematic. There are people, I lament this all the time, and I, have pissed off people in my audience before by letting them know how much I disapprove of this. But this is especially prevalent among teenagers and young adults who watch nothing but children's media. And then when they try to engage in any kind of content that is more thought-provoking than children's media, where all their morals are handed to them on a plate and they're told what is right and what is wrong, they are completely unable to, like, no reading comprehension, no situational comprehension, no context clues, no nothing. They cannot parse media. They cannot make up their own minds about something. And if something is in a show and there isn't, like, a monologue from the main characters at the end of the episode about why that thing is immoral and bad and not conducive to friendship, then they can't understand it. And they will, like, blame the writers of shows that are meant for, like, adults for not spelling things out to them like they're a fucking toddler. And the only reason that they need things spelled out to them like they're a fucking toddler is because they've been watching nothing but cartoons until the age of 25 or longer. I think this is a problem. People will justify, like, it's fine, you can like whatever you want. And yeah, you can like whatever you want. But I can also judge you however I want for the things that you surround yourself with. Here's a hot take. I'm gonna fucking mark this clip right here. Discrimination is okay on a personal level. Intolerance is entirely fucking fine if it's your own boundaries. I mean, obviously, you shouldn't be a dick with your discrimination. You shouldn't go off of, like, random fucking stereotypes. But if you have a certain experience and a certain pattern recognition, and there's certain things about certain kinds of people that rub you wrong a certain way, I can't blame you for having an association. And with me, it so turns out that a lot of people that are really into cartoons and hang around, like, fandom spaces meant for, like, kids and teenagers are really fucking emotionally and mentally stunted people, and I would advise other people not to talk to people like that, like, just as general life advice. It's just one of those things where it's like, you can be in your whole scene and you can enjoy it, but, like, when you become, like, a black hole to the mental health of, like, well-adjusted adults around you because you have absolutely no fucking, like, frame of reference for morality, and your idea of problematic is, like, a bad guy hitting someone in a movie, like, then, like, you're fucking doomed. And, like, there's no, like, conductive, productive conversation that we could ever have about anything substantial. I feel like this circles back to going to church and having the pastor priest explain the Bible passage at the end, however they're supposed to interpret it. Yeah. I think everybody is looking for scripture, not media. I say this on my album. Nobody is looking for a new thing to get interested in. They're looking for a cult to consume them. They're looking for a way of life with the new kind of language and lingo that they can exclusively use with people in an in-group. They want a demonym, okay? They want to be part of something. And they want to know the right and wrong ways to be part of that thing. And they want to know what being part of that thing, like, entails as, like, behavior you have to express. And then only express themselves in behavior through that thing. It's insane. I've seen a lot of it. I've seen a lot of it through fandoms. I've seen a lot of it through random communities on the internet that pop up with certain weird niche interests. We're mentally decaying. We're losing it. Culture is dead. Same mood as jackass on the internet demanding everyone explain every tiny piece of themselves and educate them to be allowed to exist because God forbid someone take 30 seconds to fucking Google something. Yeah, I see that on both sides too. I'll see people that, like, ask, like, that'll be like, oh, you don't have this thing in your bio? or you don't have this thing in your card, I guess we can't interact. And it's like, I personally, I get that there's some people that want to share, when they started certain HRT journeys or, their mental health journey if they're medicated on something. But I just zoom out, and realize you're telling a bunch of strangers your medical history. You're like giving that information to Jack Dorsey, like just straight up. You're just handing him when you started taking a drug that may be illegal for you to take in 2 years. It's just in the cloud. I don't know. Everybody's backwards, and nobody understands the boundaries of the self anymore. I think that's actually becoming a problem. Here comes the flood, as Peter Gabriel put it. Fucks me up is people listing their triggers and expecting you to, like, do the same. Like, on the internet, where people will just send you shock porn if they don't like you? You're gonna tell them what specifically makes you upset? That's the dumbest thing on the fucking planet. Like, I don't know, as someone who grew up in the millennial wild, wild west internet, a lot of the things that have become commonplace just are fucking nuts to me and only ever have negative implications and negative ramifications. And I don't understand why this is like the norm. You don't have a card? How am I supposed to talk to you? An actual message I got on Tumblr. Fuck card, okay? Fuck having to explain your mental health history and your gender identity in order for people to deem you're holy enough to have an opinion. That sucks. Especially for people who, like, are in places where they can't be visibly trans. Like, or visibly queer in, like, situations because of their employment or whatever. Like, hot take. Being able to be... Let me stop stuttering. Hot take. Being able to be visibly queer is a privilege. If you live in a place where you can, like, think about, like, oh, how fucking gay do I want to look today? How trans do I want to look today? And, like, you just have that thought and it doesn't enter your mind that you could get, like, fucking shot on the way to do whatever you're doing, then you're living in a place where you can't relate to people in, like, 90% of the country. And, like, there's 12 cities and 12 metropolitan areas in the country that, like, are more open about these kinds of things. And if you live there, then, yeah, you're going to have a different experience than someone who would be put incredibly at risk, either their life or their livelihood, but incredibly at risk by revealing their gender identity or their sexual orientation on the internet. Or even, like, to their family. Like, there's a lot of people that just, like... It's just better not to demand that sort of info out of people and then start moralizing it. It's just a huge oversight. And when kids are, like, trying to use a scale of, like, you know, like, I don't know why any trans person would want to pass, want to be seen as cis. It's like, you live in a very, like, safe part of the queer experience if you cannot at all think of a reason why a trans person would want to socially pass. Like, you just don't have real world experience. And it's crazy. And I think that's just kind of a weird way that we've shifted. I've always thought that the end goal is, like, and I already see people that are like this. People that will, like, identify as straight, but still be, like, somewhat into feminine men. Who gives a fuck? People who will, identify as bisexual lesbians. Who gives a fuck? People who will identify as, gay, but, still, like, experiment and fuck around every once in a while, even if they're only like romantically attracted to like one sex or one gender. Who gives a fuck? Who fucking cares? And I eventually wish we could get to a point where we don't politicize every new like version of an identity that is like in flux, right? I wish we could get to a point where femboys and trans femmes can just coexist peacefully, and all of the GIF versus GIF arguments in the queer community could just fizzle out, and then we could all focus on, all right, do we have medical rights? And things like that. Can we serve in the military without being discriminated against? Can we be protected from hiring discrimination? Can we be protected from defenses against murder? Like, if someone murders us and then claims because it's like we were too gay, like, can we be protected again? Can we focus on these things, please? Can we focus on these fucking things? And stop with all of the fucking weird, like, backward sexist infighting, like trans and queer infighting. Can we just stop that shit? Sky Shinigami Alchemist says it doesn't help that the most internet safety nowadays is still in the don't meet up with internet people ever, instead of like, here's how to meet an online friend safely. There's no way to meet an online friend safely unless you are over the age of like 21. Go with responsible adults if you are ever going to meet up with friends from the internet. Do not trust anybody. Despite what all of the people on Tumblr that were really trying to find people that they can meet up and fuck were trying to say, nobody has any obligation to be authentic to you on the internet. Nobody has any more drive to be authentic to you on the internet. You don't fucking know anybody until you've hung out with them for like 3 or 4 days in real life. Don't ever assume that somebody is the same as they are online. The person that they are online is merely a shadow, a footprint of the real habits and behaviors that make up the whole of the person. That's my hot take. If I went out in my town looking kind of gay, even if I didn't get hate crimed, I'd at the very least not even have a chance of getting hired anywhere here ever. Yeah, that's the kind of thing. You gotta just kind of roll with, like, play the hand you're dealt. And, like, not everyone can just move. That's another thing, is people, like, oh my god, motherfuckers in, like, suburban areas much closer to, like, metropolitan areas, or people who live, like, in metropolitan areas and can afford to, like, do the city hop and shit, will say, like, well, why don't you just move to a better place? Fuck you. Like, families exist. Income brackets exist. Ceilings exist. Like, there's so many fucking reasons why someone would have an obligation to stay in the town that they were born in, or that their family's in. Why would you ever fucking tell somebody to go move to a place where, like, the cost of living is 10 times higher, that they may not even have a fucking support network in? Why the fuck do you just encourage people to do that instead of, like, I mean, like, I guess you have to make some, like, instead of understanding that they may want to be a bit more straight passing than they would want to be comfortable with. Like, that's, I just don't, I don't know. I don't know where people's heads are at. But she had the opposite experience where her mom just put her on AOL chat rooms and was like, make some friends, loser. Oh my god. Our friend Mochi has had quite a life. She was like 8 in the early 2000s. That's awful. That's terrible. That's, oh god. The safe way that was explained to me was, stay in a crowded place, have at least 2 other people you already know, and have a way to contact the police, have a self-defense option available. Yeah. You don't always need to go all out with, like, self-defense and shit, but, like, yeah, meet in a place where there's gonna be other people around so they can't try any dumb shit. Like, or, you know, And yeah, go with people you already know. I feel like every social political opinion I have is just trying to protect average people from like suburbanites who've learned too many leftist words but not enough leftist thought. Like, I want to remind people that Marx told people there's like a whole Marxist thing, a Marxist piece of philosophy that is most people are fucking stupid and they're not ambitious and they don't want to be ambitious and they don't want to understand any more things, and you kind of just have to deal with them. You kind of just have to build society for those people primarily, because there's going to be more of them than there are ever entrepreneurs, because being an entrepreneur is fucking hard. And I think like a lot of people forget that. Like, you kind of have to operate in the world where you can't like you can educate a lot of people out of things. But you also have to recognize that we are in a world where a lot of people are not educated about a lot of things. And so people need to navigate that world, and just kind of chiding them about not living in the idealist world that they're able to live in because they only fucking interact through the world on Twitter and Discord. Like, they don't, I don't know. There's not enough perspective there. And it ends up sort of being more detrimental to the people that they think they're speaking on behalf of. Going back to something you talked about before, problem occurs. Well, if you've just done XYZ, this wouldn't have been an issue, so it's actually your fault. Yeah. And that's why I did that whole thing about, like, what the left and the right wing actually is. Because there's a lot of fucking people that talk like they're leftists and use a lot of, like, socialist lingo to just say the same fucking thing that right-wingers say and just justify it along different, like, you know, Marxist, Leninist, whatever concepts. And I have been, like, ever since high school, I've been one of those motherfuckers that's like, I don't believe anything the government says. I don't believe anything the FBI says. I don't believe anything the CIA says. And I stay skeptical about every single source of information, because at this point I have a general idea of, like, who owns what network. What other companies did the person who owns that network own? Like, you know, like that kind of shit. Who knows each other? Who's talking? And you gotta absorb information, and you have to, like, trust your own judgment of, like, oh, this is coming from this source. There might be this kind of spin on it. Or, this is coming from this source. But they didn't source who they say this is coming from. So is it actually, like, a claim, or are they just making that claim? Like, you have to be able to, like, parse that kind of shit, you know? And a lot of people just read headlines and get mad, and we just live in that reality now. And so, like, our thought process is decaying. And a lot of people are reactionary, but they're reactionary in, like, a lazy suburbanite leftist way, where they think, I'm privileged by a system. If I criticize that system enough, then all of the things that apply to me, I can just waive. And then, like there's so many people that are in marginalized positions that have the ability to, like, talk from a high place about these issues. And I'm not marginalized, but I want that too. So I want to just talk about it as aggressively as they are and not realize why. But, you know, when they end up doing that, they end up talking from suburbia. They end up talking from the white moderate voter frame of reference that is etched in their soul because they grew up in a gated community. And they do not realize that they're, like Republicans do, and like any Republican conservative politician does, they're just using keywords to say things that match their feelings. And like, when you get to that point, you're just a fucking reactionary. You're not a leftist, you're not a progressive, you're not a liberal anymore. Like, bestie, your experiences are not universal. So who are you to say what someone could have or should have done? Yeah. That's one blind spot I see a lot of the time. Something that annoys me is when people who are who like, you know, were raised white and suburban and are as like as Mexican as I am, but go out of their way to say a bunch of like fucking like Spanish phrases that they obviously like learned later. Like just so they can sound more Latino, Latinx, Latine. I feel like I'm listening to anti-Alex Jones radio. Alex Jones is anti-Alex Jones radio now. He has no ability to help himself. He is in such a fucking hole he's dug. But yeah, this is the anti-conspiracy rabbit hole. I know why this shit appeals to people. I get it. I totally get how people end up this intellectually lazy. It is 8:30. I should be going soon, but I don't know. I'm interested now. This is an interesting conversation. I can probably pull some hot take clips out of this, you know? God. Here's the thing. Here's what I think it all boils down to. I've said this before, and I will say it again. What everything boils down to is we are living in a binary conception of reality. So many people live in a world of good versus bad. And that sucks. And it's not like this is why people want to know if media is problematic before they engage with it. Even if they don't have any trauma or anything that would trigger them in particular. People just know that, like, things that have triggers are bad. I don't want to watch a bad thing because that would make me bad. But there's, like, a certain point where, you know, you can't do this game of association. You're Mexican too? I am 1/4. I am a quarter-roon, as the white supremacists would say, of Mexican, South American, not South American, but South U.S. descent. What's your opinion on the Zapatistas? What is my opinion on the fucking Zapatistas? That's... Okay, I'm trying to talk in broad philosophical strokes here, okay? I can't delve into fucking foreign geopolitics right now. That's a little bit above my pay grade. I'm gonna be totally real. I would have to refresh myself on the Zapatistas. Here's the thing is, my opinion on... If I were to have an opinion on the Zapatistas, what you're expecting, and what your brain is already expecting, and what you're waiting for, is for me to say something like, they're good, or they're bad, or here's why they're good, here's why they're bad, here's why people think they're good but they're not, here's why people think they're bad but they're not. My answer is, I don't know right now. Slipping my mind. I've had 4 hours of sleep in the past 3 days. But here's what I'm saying. Everybody functions from a binary conception of reality before they look into anything any further. If you don't look at something for what it is, like, you have this... You are only concerned with, like, do I sort this in the good or bad category? And, like, a lot of people will approach things like this. What I think is more necessary to do, what I think we need to do... Stop saying things are good or bad. Nothing is good or bad inherently. What there are things that are inappropriate and appropriate for the situation. There are times when, like, okay, murder is bad. Killing people is bad. Are there any situations in which a death could result from something that was ultimately done for, like, a common good. If someone is, like, trying to kill you and you fight back and you kill them, like, you know, that might have been an appropriate course of action, you know? It's bad that someone's dead, sure, but once we go through the nuances, sometimes you can actually decide that, okay, even if murder is bad, even if death is bad, it may have been appropriate to, you know, take down someone who is, like, charging at you with a gun. Might be a thing to consider, you know? Hitting people is bad, but if someone comes swinging at you and you end up swinging back at them, that might be an appropriate course of action. There are times when things that are bad are used in contexts where the portrayal of them is appropriate, but you can also acknowledge that it's a bad thing. And, like, people get afraid of media or conversations where bad things come up just because they want to stay in that binary reality of, this is bad, I don't interface with it. But the thing is about real life is that the longer you live, the more and more situations you get into where you need to acknowledge that something is not a good course of action, but it is the most appropriate course of action that you have available to you. And this is something that, like, media, like, all stories are sort of built off of. Conflict. And if you do not have elements of conflict in anything, and if you are not able to, like, look through conflict with nuance and can only see any conflict as who's right, who's wrong, who's good, who's bad, you will never intellectually grow beyond the level of a fucking toddler. Like, you will never get to the point where you can have serious political conversations about anything. No matter how many terms you like pick up, if you only think, oh, this political ideology, the whole of it, and every idea it encompasses is good. Anybody who claims that they believe this idea is good. Anything that they say, as long as they, quote, like, tie it to this idea, that idea is probably good. Like, people, like, their brain rots when they start thinking like that. Because then you can just call anything good with a certain kind of terminology that people sort as good, and then use it as, like, a fucking excuse to, like, you can use it as an excuse to say something shitty, or say something inappropriate, or do something inappropriate. There can be good things that are done at inappropriate times. Prime example, sex. A lot of people like sex. It's pretty fun. A lot of people, like, throughout history, would probably contest to how fun it is to be naked with another person or more, and you know, do private activities that you can do in that situation, right? A lot of people would say that's pretty fun. However, there are times when sexuality can be inappropriate. Like, if it's not consented to by the people involved, or if you're trying to fucking, like shove porn in kids' faces or whatever. Like, you can say that, oh, like, this is just, you know, it's just art of my kink, and it's not really, okay, whatever. It's not bad. It's just inappropriate that you're doing that. It's not, like, the whole of the thing doesn't have to be bad for you to be using it in an inappropriate way. And this is something that nobody ever fucking makes the connection anymore. It is, like, this is where people tune the fuck out of making their brain work, is you try to say, hey, this is inappropriate to do in this scenario. And then people say, are you saying that that thing is bad, like, in general? And it's like, no. Like, fuck. Like, there are things that are appropriate for the time, and there are things that are inappropriate for the time. It's not that things are good or bad. It's that scenarios with things that you can like or dislike or consider good or bad can be appropriate or inappropriate. And I think if we took that binary and just shifted good and bad to that system when we like look at something, I think that would help like fucking 90% of people like get beyond that black and white thought process and think, okay, let's look at the context. What makes this appropriate? What makes this inappropriate? We have a legal system that can do that. And yeah, celebrity trials are becoming like the new fucking mainstream source of entertainment. But we, as people outside of courtrooms, just do not have the systematic faculties to fucking do that. Personally, I was expecting the I don't know, but your response was thought-provoking. I was just trying to segue back into the thing I was saying before that that came up. But yeah. Anyway. I feel like I've ranted out. I didn't have anything to work on today. And I didn't work on anything today. I just sat and talked. Feels good. On Friday, I'll have a new mic to test. That'll be fun. I might do it in here. I might do it out in the bigger room just so I get more echo, more room noise, just to hear how it sounds. Any more thoughts, questions, concerns, hopes, joys, fears? Whoa. Wish me luck for Friday. I have a funeral to go to. Oh, damn. I'm so sorry for your loss. I hope that goes well. So, yeah, the pre-order for the album should be up tomorrow. I don't really have too much more to say. Yeah, I lost my last grandparent. I think it was the year before So Far came out. And it was like the reason that I moved back home, because I like came back home to visit, to go to my grandma's funeral. And then I ended up staying. I just ended up staying back here. Because it was like, I kind of like, something hit me where it was like, oh my god, my last grandparent is gone. I am now the generation of like adults in my family. Like now, like my dad's generation is like the grandparent generation. They're the oldest generation now. And that just, you know, it changed a little bit about my perspective. And it was also a source of like, oh shit, I really got to get my shit together. And that's how I'm feeling right now. I could get back upstairs. I could get to sleep before 9 p.m. That would be amazing. And I feel like I could do it. I feel like I could fall asleep before 9 p.m. And I'm gonna try to wake up tomorrow. Here's what I'm gonna do. I want to have my yoga mat laid out. And I want to have like an alarm go off, right? Turns all my lights on. I want to get up. I want to do yoga. I'm going to have a jar full of water next to my bed, ready for me to like drink. I'm going to have my pill box laid out with my morning meds and shit. And what else? I gotta start visualizing my morning routine as I'm like laying in bed trying to get to sleep, right? I miss doing yoga every day. Yeah, I want to do yoga every day again. I really want to throw out... There's this bean bag that I have in my room, and I really want to throw it out just so I can have the space for, like... I have more space for my yoga mat and, my, and like, I can set up my VR shit permanently there. Maybe do some VR streams someday. That could be fun. I'll probably be doing that more in winter. VR yoga. That, oh my god. That is that is a thirst trap stream. That is what that is. I don't know if you realize that. That is 100% thirst trap bait. VR yoga live stream. Do you understand? Million view idea. Genuinely, it would be difficult. Okay, there would be some poses that are hard to do with a VR like headgear on. I will say that. That's it. That's the idea. Oh my god. It's possible. I would consider it. You need full body track. Oh yeah. Well, I can afford it. I'll get some nodes. Let's go VR yoga. Just do an all standing setup. Butting out the ping pong ball morph. Oh my god. Or bring out the ping pong ball morph suit. Yeah, I wish I could make one of those. That'll be how I actually end up thirst trapping my audience. That's how I'll grow my channel in 2023. God, somebody the other day told me, like, if you posted your Snapchats publicly, you would be way more famous. And I'm like, that is a consideration. But also, risk. Alright, BRB, gotta go do a thing. Go do that thing. Have a good time. I'll probably be gone before you get back, but thanks for stopping by. They're not wrong, but... Yeah, right? VR yoga, though, I feel like someone's got to have done that. But if not, I'm gonna do it. Like... I can do, like, a full forward fold. Oh my god. I do yoga so hard that, like, my model, like, clips through itself. I end up being more flexible than, like, my model allows me to be. There is an avatar base called the Chaos Canine that I've been thinking of using, and I... might try to set it up in, like, Neos VR, because I know that works better than VR chat, apparently. It does sound like a thing that should exist. Does anybody remember... Okay, here's the thing, though. Here's, like, the rub, right? Here's the... Or not the... Here's what the catch is. Here's what the circumventing is. There were videos on the internet, on YouTube, on just on, like, you could just go watch them, like, YouTube videos of, like, naked yoga, right? And there'd be porn music in these naked yoga videos, right? It's very obvious what they're trying to get at, right? It's very obvious why they shot these videos from the angles that they did, with the edits that they did. And all of the formalities say that it's an educational video. For educational yoga instruction purposes only. But that is clickbait porn. That is guideline surfing porn. Like, that's what that is. And here's the thing. If you have a furry character that's nude, as long as you don't have, like, visible, like, you know, bits on them, then you're essentially getting the same, like you get, like, a skin-tight figure doing yoga. And you can circumvent, you can create the naked yoga effect, right? Because your character doesn't have to have clothes. That's how you circumvent that shit. This is a whole idea. This is a whole idea. That's a whole ass idea. Yeah. I had a tier to my Patreon that's just like high-res pictures of different angles of fucking furry yoga. God. April 1st case is gonna pop out. Okay. No, okay. There is a specific idea that I have for April 1st. I do have a very specific idea for April 1st. If I did VR yoga, that would not be a joke. That would be a business plan, okay? I don't even know if I would start that on my own channel. I would start fresh and start playing the algorithm. That's what I would do. It is a privilege to see you be diabolical. This is what I do. This is what I sit around and do. Like, my sense of humor, like, people who know me in real life can attest to this, is I'll just say, like, the most absurd, what if we did blank for the content? I think like this a lot, but in, like, absurd and impractical things, right? I never actually get anywhere with the idea. But yeah. Here's what I'm thinking of doing. Get off of the stream. I'm gonna go and write a checklist of my morning routine as I want to reconstruct it. I am going to mime my morning routine like 2 or 3 times before I lay down. And then I'm going to set up some fucking, you know, sleep tracker, like sleep brainwave stimulation music, and put on like a red healing light like they do in Japan, and have it slowly fade out as I go to sleep. That's what I'm thinking. That would also just be, like, okay, just, no, for real, though, like, just thinking about this, like, if I worked that into, like, my morning routine, where I just had, like, an hour-long stream every morning, where I just did, like, yoga and exercise, and was, like, thirst-trapping people while I did it, like, one, that gets me to do yoga and exercise every day. That could just be, like, a fucking morning routine thing. And then two, like that just becomes like a content routine, right? Who's streaming at 6 a.m.? No one. There's a void that needs to be filled here. Me exercising along with you. Yeah, understand between a lot of yoga moves and like exercise shit, I would be doing some like blatantly like thirst trappy moves. You would have to wade through all of that. The trajectory, the goal, the intention, the intentionality of the stream will be very obvious. But yeah, I have a Canadian friend who does that. Like streams doing yoga every morning. Like I saw a video of like someone who was like had like a cooking stream on Twitch, and they had the camera like on their desk or on like the kitchen counter, and they went to like look at something in the toaster oven, and her ass is just like in the camera, and she just starts like fucking like belly dancing and like shaking her ass at the camera for like a minute, and it's just like, this isn't a cooking stream. It's like that. Oh God, there's that clip that people post from that one Craig McCracken show, like Symbiotic Titan or something, where it's just like the girl's like trying to get out of doing homework, so she starts just like fucking giving this dude a lap dance, and then he's just like, no. She streams yoga in the morning, but on certain days. Okay. How do those streams do? I'm asking for business purposes. Yeah, shake it, bake it, booty quake it. That clip. That's how I felt. Love that clip so much. Oh my God. I just love the fucking, like, the dude at the end, just like the, no! Like, like he's so offended. The results are very a lot. I mean, yeah. So, it does here too, but asking for business purposes, asking for a friend. Okay, no, I've had that conversation with so many people where, like, I'll be like, so how's that going? Just gauging what my career options should be if anything goes south. God. But yeah. When I get my new VR thing and when I throw out that one beanbag... Okay, wait. We gotta decide. Spoonie. Should we get rid of the bigger beanbag and then move the smaller beanbag into that other room? Or should we just get rid of the smaller beanbag? Because the smaller beanbag, the tan one, is older. Like, the other one was bought in, like, 2018. The big gray one. And I want to know. Because, like, just fucking tomorrow, we could just throw one of them out. The smaller beanbag gives you bug bites, doesn't it? Not bug bites like spider bites. But yeah. Yeah. That is a good argument against it. And also, it doesn't, like, it's not in a place where it meshes with the color palette anymore. Like, it served its purpose. I have so many pictures, like, in apartment 9 with that pile of beanbags in the background. Like, or just being on the beanbags. Like, I have so many pictures that it has been immortalized in the setting that it was meant to be. And I feel like it served its purpose. I feel like that era of my life of coming home and running full force into a beanbag, into like a pile of beanbags. I feel like I can move on from that era. I remember I will always have fond memories of climbing in between the two beanbags and just being in a fetal position and just kind of napping. Post beanbag era. Yeah. I gotta move on. I need the yoga mat space. All right. It's 8:53. I said this is gonna be a short stream. I've almost been going 3 hours just because this has been interesting conversations and I've learned a lot. You need to VR yoga. Yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, tomorrow I may need help carrying that beanbag down to the dumpster. It's heave. So, have a good night, everybody. I will have more news about the album. I will have the official, like, Spotify release date and the pre-orders and whatnot and stuff on Friday on my next stream. I will probably be streaming a little longer because hopefully I'll be a little bit more rested. We'll see. Have a good night. I will see you all. Thank you for staying and chatting, listening to my album preview for when you did. Peace out. Good luck. Keep climbing. All of that. I don't think I'm gonna open the door right now. Not really down with having visitors. Ring all you want, cause I won't find out what you've been ringing about. No solicitors. People are Jehovah's Witnesses, but that don't mean you should be thinking or giving a damn about what your business is. I don't think I'm gonna open the door right now. I think I'm gonna open the door right now. I'm not really down with having visitors. Ring all you want, but I won't find out what you've been ringing about. No solicitors.